everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and welcome to day 25, the official quarter mark. And what we're going to do in this episode is do a couple Code Wars challenges. For the next couple of days, we'll do a couple Code Wars challenges to kind of just take what we've learned so far and apply it in Go and Rust. Okay, so let's see here. So if you don't have a Code Wars account, set up a Code Wars account, and I'll show you. Basically, once you're logged into Code Wars, you can always click here to search kata. What I like to do is I'm going to look up specifically based on Go. We're going to start simple. 8 KU is the easiest code challenges, and then 1 will be the hardest. So what we're going to do is over the next few days, we'll do 10 8-level kata, and then we'll move on to 7 and so forth and so forth. But I want to look for ones where we have Rust and Go, so we can do the same algorithm in both. So let's see here. We have Go there. Do I see Rust? And I see Rust. A multiplication table for a number. Okay. Start even or odd, maybe. Let's see here. Do we see Go? I see Go. Do I see Rust? Rust. Seems to have like every other language. Am I really not seeing Rust? I guess not. Okay, well, let's start with this one either way. Okay, so we'll go back and like find a different one to start with Rust. Okay, so create a function that takes an integer as an argument and returns even for odd numbers or odd for odd numbers. Straightforward enough. So in this case, we would just say if the variable is going to be number, because again, basically the way you should always take a look at the way a Code Wars challenge works is this is what you need to build. These are the tests that are going to run. Okay, so the idea is that they're going to pass 1 to my function, and it should equal odd. So I need to make sure that that's the case. So I have to say like if number modulo 2 equals 0, which means it's even. It should return the string even. And again, you got to make sure that it looks exactly like, in this case, capitalized for it to pass these tests. So that's why it's nice to be able to see the test here in the bottom, so you can make sure that you're setting it up in a way that's going to pass the test. Else return odd. I mean, so this one's pretty straightforward. We're not really doing anything that's kind of more like specifically Golang-y. This is like pretty standard for any programming language. But what you do is, then once we have it going, I'll hit test and see if it passes all the tests, and all the tests pass. So then I do an attempt where it gives you a bigger number of tests to make sure you pass, like even edge cases. I passed, so I'll hit submit. Okay, cool. And then what I can do is I can try this again in a different language. But let me just check again to see if I don't see Rust. And yep, wait, there's Rust. So let's do this again in Rust. So let's go to details. Well, odd or even. There it is, Rust. Which is going to look pretty much exactly the same. Okay, except yeah, I have to do that. Okay, so let's do this. So I have to return a string, but it should still pretty much be if. Okay, now if numbers, well, it's actually odd or even. Let's see, given a list of integers. Okay, so here, this is a slightly different one. I'm getting a list of integers. So given a list of integers, determine whether the sum of its elements is odd or even. Okay, and wait, I just realized here we're jumping to a 7Q algorithm. And I don't want to make the video too long, so let's go over here, back to 8. Now let's look for one for Rust. Okay, 8. Okay, it's saying there is Rust here. Oh, there it is. I didn't see it before. Even around, let's just do it so you can see it, even though, again, it shouldn't look all that different. And here we're just turning a normal string, not a string struct, so I don't have to worry about the toString method. Okay, so if, and then I can see here the parameters I, so if I modulo 2 equals 0, because again, it's not JavaScript, so it doesn't take the 3 equal signs, it's just equality. If I modulo 2 equals 0, then we want to return even, else we return odd. And I think I do need semicolons here, so let's put that there before I start getting errors on that. And let's test that out. And yay, no errors. Okay, so I got a warning. It doesn't like, I don't have to put a parenthesis. Same thing in Go. I don't think I have to put a parenthesis around this either, but you know, old habits die hard. Okay. That passed. So let's go back and look for another one. So let's go back to Go now. So I want to do 2 of each. Okay. And let's see here. Count the divisors. Is this a triangle? Are they the same? Well, these are not. I want 8. Okay, make uppercase. Make uppercase and Go and Rust would probably be a little trickier than you'd think, but let's take a look. Let's try that. So first we'll do it in Go. Do we have a Rust version? Yes, we do have a Rust version. Okay. Make uppercase string. I just want to remember, is there an uppercase method? So let's see here. Go uppercase method. Is there a thing? How to convert string to uppercase? Okay, func to upper. Now, do we have that? Yes, strings. Okay, so yes, it's in the strings library. So let's just see here. Do I have access to that? In here. Okay. Import strings. Okay. Let's see here, which converts input string to uppercase. So it should just be return strings dot to upper, and then I pass in the string. Pretty sure that's kind of how that syntax looked like. So strings dot to upper. Yeah, that's right. Although I think I did camel case there. So let's fix that. To upper, and that should do it because I should uppercase the entire string. So let's see here. Does it like my response? Okay, and again, in this case, like the benefit is, and again, there's no shame in Googling things, because the thing is that like I just wasn't aware of the to upper method off the top. So this allows me to kind of explore that standard library and all the methods of these data types even deeper, as I look for, like, because I know in other languages I have like uppercase methods, so I figured there would be. So it never hurts to do a quick double check to make sure I'm aware of these tools that are in the language instead of reinventing the wheel. Okay, and breaking up the string into an array and then changing, and in this case I'd probably have to like change it to a rune and add, because you know, if there's a method that already does that, let's learn what's inside the language. Okay, so that passed. Okay, so we passed another challenge. Okay, and now that's good. Now what I want to do is go back over here to Rust, and let's do it in Rust. Cool. Now let's take a look. Does Rust have an uppercase method? This I don't remember if there was. Rust uppercase method. At least for like what kind of string do they want us to return? That's the other big issue. So in this case they do want us to return a string struct. So then that means a struct should have maybe some methods that I can use. So let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. Standard car. Now the issue here is that's for a car. So let me let's just read it real quick. Okay, converts a character to its uppercase equivalent, the folding performed. Okay, I mean, I get that. At worst comes to worst, I'll have to just turn the string into an iterator and iterate over it and use this to uppercase method, but there's got to probably be one for string. There's a less verbose way of additional benefit. Okay, so let's see here. What did they do? Uppercase test string to uppercase. So again, test string uber code to uppercase type string. Uppercase test string str back to type str. Okay. So I guess there is this method to uppercase that's already available in string. So that's good. Let's just double check that that is the case by trying it out. So that tells me that I should just be doing like a return s2 underscore uppercase because everything's snake case in Rust. Okay, to uppercase, and if I test that out, yeah, that does what I, okay, so that does exist and that does do what I want it to do. So that's good. And hit submit. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was pretty straightforward. Again, these were easier ones. We'll be doing harder ones as we go along, but the idea here is to start implementing some of the things we learned and getting used to just writing sort of Go and Rust as we go along. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day and enjoy.